Good morning, sunshines. Callie Carroll. You guys, welcome to my office. I want you to just see how incredible this is. It's just my size. Wait, let me just give you a better view. See this kids' table, right? And there's a fence wrapped around it so that Quincy can't get in. That is creativity. Good morning, sunshines. Good morning, Michelle. I literally was just about to jump on and saw your message, so I'll answer you after this. Good morning, Natalie. How are you? As you jump on, say GMS or hashtag Good Morning Sunshine. No, backwards. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, sunshine, or hashtag GMS. Christy, I didn't text you right after my miracle morning routine today because I had a team meeting, but I should have because that's what we're doing. I forgot. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, Victoria. Good morning, Amanda. Good to see you for the fourth time in the last 24 hours. Thank you guys for jumping on. As you join, say good morning, sunshine, or hashtag GMS, and then share something you are grateful for. What are you guys grateful for today? I'm grateful for this mini table. I'm not going to lie. This was mine when I was little. Right? Check this out. Old school, Fisher Price, put your books in the back seat. And for some reason, we kept this through me growing up, the kids, my kids growing up, and still had it for Quincy. Who does that? And we're not hoarders by any means, but there's certain things that you just love in your life. You're I'm going to put that away just in case somebody wants to use it. So I'm thankful for that. Let me know what you're thankful for. And then subject of the day. So you guys know this week we're going through our savers, right? Our silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. Hi, Quincy. And we're going through more specifically diving into each one of those for a greater explanation, which I've only done a couple times since starting the Miracle Morning. And that's what this is all about, you guys. It's about creating a powerful morning routine. So some of you guys are watching, I love it, but you're figuring out how can I actually practice this in my life? And why would I? Not just on Wednesdays. Why would I visualize not just on Wednesdays, right? Just on Monday, why would I do silence not just on Mondays? And why would I do affirmations not just on Tuesdays? So we're going to dive into visualization today. Before I do that, I want to know on here, whoever's joining, do you visualize? Or have you ever visualized in the past? So do you visualize now? Did you ever in the past? If you were an athlete, I'm guessing you're going to say yes. Most athletes have visualized at some point because it's a proven method, right? For getting success, for getting your body to do what your mind tells it to do. So let me know, have you ever visualized? And if so, does anything help you? Does anything help you work through it? Have you had any results from that? Have you visualized something into the truth, right? Have you saw your way to success in the past before? And we'll dive into that. I am going to share on my page, so you guys look for this, and in our free Right Fit community group, this meditation exercise I've been doing at night. For those of you that are having a challenging time getting quiet still, it's an art. It's going to take some time. It's okay. But this is a really cool practice and exercise. I don't think it's meant for when you're going to bed, but that's when I use it. I don't know. I like to fall asleep to it. So maybe, I'm not sure. I didn't even look into that, but I'll share it. Okay. Vision. This is my favorite one. Hands down to talk about. I know you're thinking, but you're a trainer. Don't you like exercise today, which is tomorrow? No, I love visioning. That is literally my favorite thing. So for me, the background of visioning comes from being an athlete, as I said. And I was a gymnast all growing up, right? And in order to teach my body to do what I needed it to do, I had to be able to do it first in my mind to do it physically. And you would work on a new skill, and as you went through that skill, there was a very challenging range of movements, right? And there would be this progress to learning how to do that. But what our coach had us do is continuously vision our routine. So before we would compete, you'd see all of us heads down, and we're sitting there and we're going through our routine. We're seeing it. We're seeing every portion of it. We're seeing the toes pointed. We're feeling it as we're seeing it. We're feeling how tight our muscles are. My body goes instantly into this, you guys, when I talk about it, right? We see the land, we see the plant, we see the salute, we see the score, and you do this for every meet. But it was more than just during a competition. It became a way of learning how to do skill sets. So when you wanted to learn a new skill and you were having some challenges with it, or any skill, you start visualizing it. And I would go to bed every night and I would visualize myself to sleep. I would see myself to sleep, not just to success, right? And during all of that time, you guys, I was training my brain. it's funny because Kinsey, oh my God, who names their kids the same name? Kinsey, she's done with gymnastics in August. And the other day she was like, Mom, I still visualize my routines every time I go to bed because it's such a part of who she's become, right? This is just the basis of the power of visualization, right? So one of the things that I really noticed and really elevated my acknowledgement for what vision does was that I was injured much of my ending of my gymnastics career. I had knee injuries. My knees weren't tracking correctly, so both knees were very seriously hurt. I had other injuries too, but the knees were just very challenging. And it got to the point where I couldn't practice. Physically, my body couldn't handle the practice, you guys. And gymnastics is a sport where you practice 20 to 25 hours a week. So not practicing, not getting in that consistent, repetitious range of movement over and over again could be detrimental for an athlete. And you've heard this outside of my story too, right? So what my coach had me do is I would visualize. I would go to practice for 4 hours just like everybody else, but while they'd be touching the equipment, I'd be balancing on a ball or sitting in my splits or doing some sort of flexibility. And while I was doing it, I was at practice, but I was at practice up here, not here. Physically, I could do like one or two things, like hit it, like right, maybe one routine, two routines, one vault, two vaults, whatever that was. And then it was now lay and just see yourself doing it 10 more times, 20 more times. And what's amazing is I visualized myself all the way to nationals. Like I practiced in my mind instead of in my body all the way to a national competition because that was the option I had. So for that, like that time really validated to me what visualization does in my mindset. So now here we are talking about vision in your life and how do you see your way to success? So yesterday's conversation was affirmations, right? It was the I am strong, I am patient, I am loving, I am successful, I am beautiful. And it was that powerful self-positive talk that's starting to rewire the brain because just like visioning, everything happens up here first. Whatever you say up here becomes, because that's what your brain believes to be true. And if it believes it to be true, it does, then the actions that your conscious starts to do, or your subconscious, right? The actions that you take are a reflection of what you've told your mind. So if you tell your mind every day that you're confident, if you tell your mind every day that you're healthy, if you tell your mind every day that you love your healthy lifestyle, if you tell your mind every day that you're successful, then your brain believes it and it becomes it. And its actions start to reflect. Maybe not instantaneously, you guys, but with time, progressively, you start to notice your actions are differently. And this is when I spun around yesterday and I was talking about how like you just all of a sudden you look in the mirror and you show up different because you are different, because you told yourself you were different. So what does visioning have to do with that? Visioning is taking your I ams to the future. Visioning is taking it to the next level, and it's a creation of the entire vision, right? The painting, the portrait of the life that you're creating for yourself, of the life that you want to have. So it's like I am's excelled is what I would say. So you want to say good morning, sunshines? Do you want to say hi? You finally got to the gate. Say hi, friends. I got a ponytail today because my hair's crazy. Right? Quincy does visioning. So the way that it works is, you guys, just like yesterday's mental research, right? Just like we were talking about how what you tell your mind is what becomes. When you start to visualize, you're looking towards what's the most ideal life for you. Like this is grand visioning, by the way, right? You could vision like individual areas, but what I'm going to encourage you to do in your miracle morning or your daily practice is start to see this dream world, the dream that you think you can only have while you're asleep, but the dream world that you could create when you're awake. And it's a challenging practice for a lot of people. Like, how do I do that? How do I open my eyes, my mind, my heart to that? And how do I even be like creative enough? And even if I do, then it's like all of a sudden I start bashing myself the second I start to vision it, right? Like I start to think about, oh my gosh, you know what? I would love to live in a house like this, right? You visit a friend's house, or I would love to drive a car like that. I would love to have the financial freedom. I would love to have the time freedom. I would love to be able to have that type of marriage relationship. I would love to travel. I would love to give. Like I would love to be able to like literally just have service be my way of life. I would love to be able to give, $100,000 to my church tomorrow. Like I would love to be able to do that. There's so many things that like you've thought about in passing, and as soon as you say it, you follow it up with a but, just like we talked about yesterday. I would love to, but You know what? My family never has done that. I've never achieved that. I don't have that level of success. I don't have the patience for it. And all of a sudden, negative self-talk puts you right back to where you were before you started visioning. So then we just don't. We just stop. We just don't do it. I'm not going to take the time to do it because I'm going to bash myself right after I do it. This art, us learning how to visualize on a regular daily basis, is going to be something that can, like, it can completely transform your life. Completely transform your life, right? And I did it like the first time with like strong life visualizations was back in 2013, you guys. And it was, I'm not going to explain the whole process, but it was over the course of a year. And I had this specific vision, and every day my vision would grow a little bit more. And it started with the beginning of my day. And this is what I would encourage you to do. So these are your notes to like how to start visualizing. Okay. It would start with me waking up in the morning. Where do you see yourself when you wake up? Like literally the space that you're in. Who are you lying next to? What does the bed feel like below, like beneath your back? What does the room look like? Is it peaceful? Is it vibrant? Is it like I don't know, for me it was like very calm, it was white, it was very peaceful. There was a limited amount of things around me. There was hardwood floor, so I would get out of bed. The bed was soft beneath my back. I would stand up. I would put my feet on the hardwood floor. I knew that it was hardwood. And then I would put on my sneakers and I would go and I would get my exercise and my miracle morning on. So I would visualize from the second you wake up, right? Where are you at? What does that house look like? What's your, who are you laying next to? What's that happiness look like? What's your like ambition as you wake up for the day? So I would see myself waking up before my alarm went off, ambitious for life, going out, getting my miracle morning done, finding my exercise, coming back, and then I would see my house as I came back through, right? And as I would see that, I would have the kids gathering around and us enjoying our shake for breakfast, living a healthy lifestyle, talking about our goals, what we're going after, laughter, like the house just felt warm. And you guys, when you're doing visualization, you've got to like dive into the emotion of it. So if this is something you're going to take on, the vision, seeing your way to success, you want to see it and you want to start to feel it. So I would feel the warmth of my family, of the household being together, right? And then I would see the kids going off to school in their different directions. And then I would see myself next. What do I do? This is my dream world. In your dream world, you guys, anything's possible. Anything is possible, right? Maybe you're like, good, I want to wake up and lay on a beach every single day. I'm guessing the majority of you are going to get bored of that, right? So like this is post honeymoon phase. Like this is your life that you love to do day in and day out, the grind that you choose for your life, right? So you see yourself doing that. What is that? Is that like my girl Casey, right? Is that this incredible antiquing business? Is that you waking up and getting to go out and inspire other people? Do you get to wake up and work with numbers because you love numbers? I'm not sure. We all have different passions, right? So now I would see myself literally like I get dressed and I see the person in front of me, right? I see her. She's fit, she's confident, and she does it without a struggle. She just shows up like that, right? That's who I see that's standing in front of the mirror, right? Very like just like healthy in mind, body, and soul, and stress, low level of stress, just peace in her heart. And I see that. And then I see her getting in her car. And what does the car look like, right? And then I see her driving down the street, and where is she going? What is she doing? That was my visualization over and over again. And what was so cool, you guys, is, at the end of a year of this practice, it became what I saw became. And when I was practicing that, every day would get a little bit more detailed. So you're going to take this on, right? You guys are watching, you're like, all right, this lady's a little batshit crazy. I know, because I watch her all the time, right? She's kind of nuts. But what if she's right? What if I just spent some time daydreaming a little more? If I could find more success in my life, like, why not? First of all, daydreaming, just creating those positive emotions in your body, that's going to do just like our other things have. It's going to affect your health. It's going to decrease your stress. It's going to increase your excitement and your happiness. It's going to change your endorphins. And as you do that and you decrease stress, now it affects your physical health, your heart health, your energetic health, right? So just if you daydreamed for the purpose of being healthier, there's one way to do it, right? Michelle says, you're right, it works. I bet something worked for you in the past too, Michelle, right? I would love to hear stories if you guys visualize something into creation, if you saw your way to success somewhere, because those stories prove it to our friends that are watching, right? So you could be at this point where you make the decision, you're like, I'm going to just daydream. I'm going to daydream for a while. I'm just going to see what happens. And what's really cool, you guys, is as you take this on, your daydream is going to get more and more specific. You're going to see more. You're going to feel more. You're going to be more connected to it. You're going to dive deeper into different areas. And then there's this discovery that starts to happen. We're like, oh my gosh, it hit me. I've always loved baking. I've always loved baking. Like, this could be, now I see myself and I get up and I see this company and I see the brand and I see the people that I'm serving and the smiles that I'm creating. And it's all around. And I didn't even remember that I like to bake. Right? Like it could, and I'm just giving you an example, right? These like, who knows? But with the visualization, what's going to happen is it's just like the affirmations. There's a positive reinforcement that something is going to become. And your mind believes whatever happens up here to be true. It's the reality of your mind is what you think. So when it sees, and it's going through, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she is successful. She is confident. She is forward moving. She does have positive relationships. She is full of joy and laughter. And then it's going to produce the endorphins, the chemical release in your body is going to project that. And you're going to show up and you're going to be like, holy shit, I feel good. I feel happy. I feel it. Like nothing changed. My finances are the same as yesterday. My job is the same as yesterday. My physique is the same as yesterday. But I feel freaking incredible because you told your body that. And as you keep doing that, your actions are going to start to become different. And you're going to turn around one day and you're going to look and be like, oh my God, the vision came true. It's here. I'm that person. I have that success. I'm in that house. I'm in that bed. I woke up to that person. The hardwoods were under my feet. I had the family interaction. We had the forward movement. We had the excitement. I stepped into doing what I love, all because I visioned it 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, yesterday. I don't know, right? I'm sorry. I've not said hello to anybody. So hi, everybody that's been joining. I'm just into visualization. I love this. Okay, so the why is because it's going to change your physical, like your chemical release. So it's going to start to change who you are, right? That your brain believes what you tell it, and what you visualize will become, if you visualize it with, I would say, tenacity. You guys, you visual it with it absolutely. It's like, this is what I'm becoming. And when ideas and thoughts and negations of that slip in, right? You have to stop it right there. So you acknowledge it, release it, and go back to the beginning and visualize again. So it's a practice. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and visualize this perfect thing without any doubts in your mind. I can't imagine you would. And if you do, you're probably not dreaming big enough. You're probably not challenging yourself, right? Instead, day after day, you're going to get a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. One other thing, one other side note. I posted this thing about the movie Heal on Netflix because I was watching it on Sunday. I like to have background noise when I'm working, and it was just some really cool stories. And this person encountered an accident where their spine was completely destroyed and injured. And I wasn't listening too close because I was working at the same time, but I believe it was like he needed to be in a wheelchair. He had to have surgery. Was he ever going to walk again? That sort of thing, right? So he took that on, and he knows that his vision can create, like that his body is able. And literally this man for months, or was it like 40 days, month, I'm not sure, watched the movie. He visualized his spine reconstructing. Every single day he went in there and he would sit 4 hours at a time and just visualize. And he'd see it. And the second a negative thought popped in, the second he was detoured from his own mental surgery, he would start over. And it took him so long to actually make it happen, over and over and over again. But finally one day, you guys, it clicked. Finally one day he did it. 1, 2, 3, the spine was recreated, and he said he felt the energy. Something just occurred for him. Quincy's helping us. Can you tell by there's not an earthquake here. There's not an earthquake. That's Quincy. And all of a sudden, his body started to recover. And that was the first step to him taking steps. But it was that mentally he had to go through it over and over and over again and fight the doubt, fight the doubt, fight the doubt. It was like he was a ninja the whole time, pushing out the bad and pulling in the good until pretty soon there were no more ninjas left. That's a good way to look at it, right? So that's why the visioning. Okay, the how is, it's practice, you guys. It's taking some time. You have to have that meditation in the quiet so you can start to discover what you want, right? And then it's just choosing to daydream while you're awake. Choose to start taking note to the people in your world. Look around the world. Look around at the abundance that's there for you to have. You can have it, or you can choose to let it pass you by. You're choosing every single day. Do you want to grab onto that success? Do you want to grab onto that health? Do you want to grab onto that patience? Do you want to grab onto that whatever it is you're choosing? Or do you want to let it pass you by? So take a look, examine the world around you, and start to decide, what do I really want? And I was talking to the team this morning, and I was telling them, don't be the boss that you are, because you're the meanest. You're your worst critic, right? So you're gonna make, oh, I want that, but I can't have it right away, but I can't have it. You bash yourself down. Instead, visualize, what would you want for yourself if your creator or your most loved one or your children or someone that you really respect and love in your life, somebody incredible, they're the ones deciding. They're like, you could have this, I love all your hearts. You could have all of these different things. Let that person who loves you more than you love you be the one to dictate your visions. Because some of you don't love yourself enough to let yourself have the vision. You don't. You want to hold yourself back. You want to push yourself down. You want to knock yourself back into the corner where you think you belong, but you don't belong there. You're not of your true value and worth to the world when you're allowing yourself to bully yourself every freaking day. It's sad, but it's true. People are doing that, you guys. But you have the opportunity to take control with something as simple as vision, something as simple as this miracle morning routine. So take a look and start daydreaming. What could be? What are the possibilities? What are the opportunities? And do it so that it's so extraordinary that it freaks you out a little bit. Push the limits of your vision, right? Nobody puts baby in a corner. Both of you at the same time. I love it. Like, push your limits, like where you're like, your mind is so expanded. I love the interaction, by the way. Where your mind is so expanded, it's like, whoa, like that gives me chills. Could you imagine me traveling the world on my own jet? Like, I don't know, like, can you imagine me? Like, think of something that really gets you like freaking excited. And then visualize and see that every single day. Because doing it once, if I would have practiced once in my mind, that wouldn't have worked. Instead, I did it for 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week. I went in and I saw the same damn routine over and over. And it's a 1.5 minute long routine, 4 minutes total of competition. I would visualize for 4 hours. 4 minutes of my life, I would visualize for 4 hours every freaking night. It takes consistency, right? So start to create that vision. And then as you're doing it day in and day out, as you're creating the progress, allow yourself and your vision to expand, not expire. Allow it to expand, right? Allow yourself to start to dream in different directions, because it will take you on a journey that's unbelievable. You guys, visioning is obviously, you can tell by my passion here, it is my favorite thing. Like, it is just so amazing how it can impact and empower your life. And I hope you guys decide to take this one on. And I know that it's hard. I know it's challenging. But that's just the languaging again, right? Okay, last piece, and then we're going to wrap up and you guys are going to commit. When I was saying yesterday how I practice my I ams and my visioning, what I do is I practice a prosperity plan, which is a combination of my affirmations and my visualization in one beautiful little package, okay? And I see myself as who I'm becoming and who my vision of myself is, and I practice it powerfully with the I am attitude. AKA, I am helping 2,000 people in my Project Me program every single round. And I see that in the future, right? Like, I am, and that's not right now. Right now there's 300 people. I see 2,000, right? I am helping 2,000 people in my Project Me program. And I say that over and over and over again. I'm speaking into the future, but I'm speaking as if it is now. Right? So practice your I ams that you're stepping into. When you're doing your vision, start to create a combo of those, right? I am influencing tens of thousands of lives through our I am program. Literally, it's in there. I say that, I see that, I believe it, I know it, because I keep practicing it over and over and over again, right? I am helping thousands of people through Right Fit, just free community. Like, I see it over and over and over again, right? I am affecting 5,000 plus live viewers on my Good Morning Sunshine. I see it over and over again. Those are my I am speaking, and it's combining my vision and my I am. Okay, that was the last piece, you guys. Combine your I ams, your affirmations with your visioning, and see how powerful that becomes. All right. This is where we commit, okay? So this is the third of the savers that we're going over this week. If you have not started your miracle morning routine, I'm hoping this like gives you that little push, that little kickstart, kick in the tush, right? So if you're ready to practice this, you're committing to vision, and I can't have you just committing to vision once, because if you daydream today, you're going to get in your own way. I just know it. If you've never done this before, you're going to get in your own way and you're going to turn the other direction. So the commitment today is to vision for a full week. And I would just say, I mean, if you want me to just give you something direct, and if your life doesn't work like this, do it on your own time. But I would say when you're in the car, okay, so one of your 15-minute car rides, turn off the radio and just start thinking about what you want to become and what your dream life would look like, okay? So 15-minute drive a day, radio off, your subconscious knows what you're doing, focus on the road, do all of those pieces at the same time, but don't allow yourself to go somewhere else. Instead, create the situation where you're going to definitively go into the future and pick what that is for you. Sound good? All right, you guys, I can't wait to see all my beautiful I-Amers tonight on our call. We're going into all of the miracle morning and how to practice, so I cannot wait till tonight. Appreciate every one of you guys. We still have exercise, reading, and scribing to go through, so we'll be doing those over the rest of the week. And I love your beautiful faces. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.